Good morning, students. How are you all? Good. Okay. So, uh, today we are going to learn a new interesting chapter that is reproduction in animals. So, the chapter number 9, reproduction in animals. So, why animals need reproduction? Because reproduction is essential for the continuation of a species. For this reason only animals doing reproduction. Okay. So imagine what would happen if organisms had not reproduced. So if organisms are not reproduced, the continuation of a species is disconnected. Okay, it will be stopped. So you will realize that the reproduction is very important. Okay, so as it ensures the continuation of similar kind of individuals generation after generation. For this reason only animals doing reproduction. Okay. So in this lesson we are going to learn about what is reproduction, why animals do reproduction, so what are the modes of reproduction, what is sexual reproduction, what is asexual reproduction, what is fertilization. So okay, so next development of the embryos. So next young ones to adult ones, asexual reproduction. So these are all the topics we are going to learn in this chapter. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the content. So our first topic in this lesson is modes of reproduction. Here children, have you seen the young ones of different animals? Yes. Okay. So try to name some of the young ones. So what is the young one of the human? That is it called baby. And for cat, its young one is called kitten. And for dog, its young one is called puppy. And hen, its young one is called chick. So these are the names of the various and young ones of the animals. Okay. So just as in plants, there are two modes by which animals reproduce. Okay, how many modes? There are two modes. So, in this way only animals reproduce. So, the two modes are, one is sexual reproduction and the another one is asexual reproduction. Listen, children. So, this lesson is very important. Okay, so the first topic is modes of reproduction. So, the first one is mode of reproduction. Now in this animals reproduce in two modes. Okay, so they are, one is sexual reproduction and the another one is asexual reproduction. Okay, so our next topic is sexual reproduction. So it is the one of the mode by which animal reproduce. Okay, so the first mode is sexual reproduction. So here children, so in your lower previous class, that is in your 7th grade, so you may learn about the reproduction in plants. Okay, so you will remember that plants that reproduce sexually have male and female reproductive parts, isn't it? Okay, can you name these parts? Okay, so in animals also, males and females have different reproductive parts. Okay, so like plants, the reproductive parts in animals also produce gametes. So here, in animals there are reproductive parts. Okay, so this reproductive part produce gametes. The spelling is gametes, gametes. So the animal produce gametes that fuse to form a zygote. Okay, so listen children, the reproductive parts in animals, that reproductive part produce gametes and this gamete fuse and form a zygote. So it is the zygote in which a new individual develops, that is a baby born, that a young one. Okay, so in this zygote only the new young one is develops. So this type of reproduction beginning from the fusion of male and female gametes is called sexual reproduction. So sexual reproduction is nothing but the fusion of male and female gametes. So whenever the male gamete and the female gamete fuse together and form a zygote. Okay, so in this zygote, an young one is develops. So this kind of reproduction is called a sexual reproduction. Okay, children. So I repeat. So that is like plants, animals also have male and female reproductive organs. Okay, so like a plants only, animals also having the male and reproductive organs. So the reproductive parts in animals, listen, the reproductive part in animals, okay, that produce gamete, and this gamete fuse together to form a zygote, and it is zygote, zygote. And the zygote, here a new offspring, that is a new baby or new young one which develops in the zygote. So this type of reproduction is called a sexual reproduction. So I repeat, sexual reproduction is nothing but the fusion of male and female gametes is called the sexual reproduction. So whenever a male gamete and female gamete fuse together, okay, and a zygote is formed, and this zygote, young one is develops. So this kind of reproduction is called a sexual reproduction. Okay, so let us find out the reproductive parts in humans and study the process of reproduction in them. Okay, so far we have discussed about the what is sexual reproduction. Okay, so next we are going to learn about the reproductive parts in humans and then study the process of the reproduction in them. Okay, so the next topic is male reproductive organs. So the male reproductive organ, which it consists of a pair of testes. So see the picture. So it is a male reproductive organ. Okay, so it contains a pair of testes. So its singular form is testis, that is TEST. IS is a singular form. So its plural form is testes, TESTES. Okay, so a male reproductive organ which consists of a pair of testes and two sperm ducts and a penis. So see the picture clearly. So here, so see the picture, there is two testes. Okay, so this is a male reproductive organ which consists of a pair of testes. So see, which contains two testes and a sperm duct. So see, it is a sperm duct and then a penis. Okay, so these are the parts in the male reproductive organ, that is male in humans. This is the male reproductive organ. So the male reproductive organ consists of a pair of testes, a sperm duct and a penis. So here, children, the testes, no, this testes produce the male gametes and it called sperm. So as I said before, in the sexual reproduction, a male gamete and a female gamete fuse together and form a zygote. No, so see, so this testis, so the it consists of a pair of testes. No, so this testis only produce the male gamete. So it is a male reproductive organ. No, so it produces only a male gamete. So this testis only produce a male gametes, and this gametes which was produced from the testis are called sperms, and it is SPERMS, sperms. So So look at the picture. It is a human sperm. Okay, so see, so it is a human sperm. So as I said before, a male reproductive organ contains a testis, no? So this testis produce the male gametes, and this male gamete is called the sperm. So in sperm, millions of sperms are produced by the testis. So the testis not only producing a single sperm or a two or more sperms, it produces a millions of sperms. Okay, from where the millions of sperms are produced? It is produced from the produced by the testis. Okay, so millions of sperms are produced by the testis. So look at the picture. So this is the human sperm, though the sperms are very small in size. So see, the usually the sperms are no the sperms are very small in size, and so it is so in this pictures you are seeing the human sperm, no? So it is a singular, it is a one single sperm. So a single sperm which has a head and a middle piece and a tail. So see, and sperm consists of a head, a middle piece and a tail. Okay, so what purpose does the tail in a sperm serve? So the tail serves the movement. Okay, so it is the main function of the tail. So it is about the human sperm. Clear, children? So children, this lesson is very important, so listen very carefully. Okay, so millions of testes produce male gametes is called a sperm, and millions of sperms are produced by the gametes, though the sperms are very small in size. So each has a head, a middle piece and a tail. Okay, so next we are going to learn about the female reproductive organ. So first we have discussed about the male reproductive organ, no? So next we are going to learn about the female reproductive organ. So this female reproductive organ are a pair of ovaries. So it consists of a pair of ovaries. So in a male reproductive organ, so it consists of a pair of testes, a sperm duct and a penis. So like that, a female reproductive organ consists of a pair of ovaries and oviducts, that is it is also called as a fallopian tube, and the uterus. So these are the parts of the female reproductive organ. So look at the picture, children. So it is a ovary. So in female there are we are having a pair of ovaries. Okay, and then a oviduct. So it is also called as the fallopian tube. It is fingerly like shaped. Okay, and then a uterus. Okay, so these are the parts of the female reproductive organ. So this ovary, sorry, the ovary, no, it is one of the part of the female reproductive organ. This ovary produces a female gamete and it is called as ovum. Okay, so the ovary produces the female gamete and is called ovum, and it is also known as eggs. So in humans, a single matured egg is released into the oviduct by one of the ovaries every month. Okay, so uterus is the part where development of the babies takes place. Like the sperm, an egg is also a single cell. So listen, children, the ovaries it only produce the female gamete. So the female gamete is called the ovum, that is a egg. So in a human beings, a single matured egg, okay, a single matured egg, it is released into the oviduct. It is produced by ovum and it is released into the oviduct, okay, by one of the ovaries every month. So in female there are having pair of ovaries, no? So every month one of the ovaries release a single matured egg. Okay, so this it is released into the oviduct. Okay, so in a human, a single matured egg is released into the oviduct by one of the ovaries every month. So here uterus is the part where development of the babies take place. So in female, the one of the part of the uterus, no, here only the baby's development or takes place, so it is the very important part. So like the sperm, so as I said before, an egg is also a single cell. So sperm is a single cell, okay, right? So here egg is also a single cell. So this is about the female reproductive organ and the ovum. So I repeat, so a female reproductive organ which consists of a pair of ovaries, oviduct, so it is also known as the fallopian tube, and then the uterus. So the ovary produces female gametes, and this female gamete is called ovum, that is an egg. So in human beings, a single matured egg is released into the oviduct by one of the ovaries every month. So uterus is the part where development of the baby takes place. So like the sperm, an egg is also a single cell. So this is about the female reproductive organ and the human ovum. So next we are going to learn about the fertilization. It is the one of the important concept. Okay, it is fertilization. So the first step in the process of the reproduction is the fusion of a sperm and a ovum. No, so I said before, a sexual reproduction is nothing but the fusion of male and the female gametes. So it is the first step in the reproduction. Okay, so first step in the process of reproduction is the fusion of a sperm and a ovum. So see, when a sperm come in contact with an egg, one of the sperm may fuse with the egg. So whenever the sperm that is released from the male reproductive organ, okay, so this sperm come in contact with the egg, that is which is released by a female reproductive organ. So whenever these two sperm and eggs comes in contact with each other, one of the sperm may fuse with the egg. So such fusion of the egg and the sperm is called a fertilization. So fertilization is nothing but the fusion of the sperm and the egg. So see the picture. So see, it is one round like structure, no, it is called a ovum. Okay, that is an egg which is released by females. Okay, so this egg is in contact with the sperm, that is sperm is released by the male reproductive organ, no. So whenever the sperm and the egg which comes in contact with each other, a fusion will occur. Okay, so such fusion of the egg and the sperm is called a fertilization. So during fertilization, the nuclei of the sperm and the egg fuse to form a single nucleus. So listen, during this fertilization process, the nuclei of the sperm and the egg fuse to form a single nucleus. So see the picture. So it is results in the formation of a zygote. So it is also known as fertilized egg. So see the picture clearly. So first round like structure, no, it is called as a ovum. So the ovum and a sperm which is entered, that is a sperm and ovum get contact with each other. So there is a fusion is occurred, and then it is called a fertilization. So during this fertilization, the nuclei of the sperm, so a sperm has one nuclei, no, and a nucleus. Okay, so egg also a nucleus, no. So during this fertilization, the nuclei of the sperm and the nuclei of the egg fuse together and it forms a zygote. So it is a zygote. Okay. So in this fertilization process, the meeting of an egg cell from the mother and sperm cell from the father. So we all know that I already told you that sperm comes only from the father and egg is from the mother. So the process of fertilization is the meeting of an egg cell that is which is come from the mother and a sperm cell from the father. So process of fertilization is the meeting of egg cell and the sperm cell. So then only the new individual inherits. Okay, so whenever the egg cell and the sperm cell meet together, a new individual develops, that is, and it inherits some characteristics from the mother and some characteristics from the father, isn't it? Okay, so now look at your brother or a sister. So see if you can recognize some characters in them similar to those of your mother or your father. Yes, because you know the concept. Okay, so the process of fertilization is the meeting of an egg cell from the mother and a sperm cell from the father. Then the new individual inherits, and then a, that young one has some characteristic and from the mother, and it gets some characteristic from the father. Okay, so uh, usually the fertilization or this fertilization is classified into two types. One is internal fertilization and the another one is external fertilization. Let us know what is internal fertilization and what is external fertilization. So fertilization which takes place inside the female body is called internal fertilization. So it means, so we all know the meaning for internal. Okay, so and we have discussed about the fertilization. So if the fertilization which takes place inside the female body is called internal fertilization. So internal fertilization, and it occurs in many animals. It may occur in humans, cows, dogs, and hens. Okay, so it is the internal fertilization. Whereas the external fertilization is nothing but the fertilization which occurs on the outside the body of the female is called the external fertilization. So you will be surprised to know that in many animals fertilization takes place outside the body of the female. Okay, so in this animal fertilization takes place in water. So the external fertilization takes place in water. So during spring season or a rainy season, frogs and toads move to ponds and slow flowing streams. Okay, so during a rainy season and a spring season, frogs and toads move to ponds and slow flowing streams. Okay, so when the male and female come together in water, the female lays hundreds of eggs. Okay, unlike hen's egg, frog's eggs. So frog's eggs is not covered by a shell, and it is comparatively very delicate. It is not like a hen's leg. So hen's leg having a shell, okay, and it is very hard also. So it is not like that. So frog's eggs is not covered by a shell, and it is very delicate. So a layer of jelly holds the egg together and provides protection to the eggs. So see, in a rainy season, the frogs and toads move to the ponds under slow flowing streams. So whenever the male and the female come together in water, the female lays hundreds of eggs. Okay, so these eggs are is not covered by his shell, and it is very delicate. So in that, a layer of jelly holds the egg together and it provides protection to the eggs. So as the eggs are laid, the male deposits sperms over them. So, see, it is very important. Listen. So, if the female lays the eggs are laid, the male deposits the sperm over the egg. Okay, so each sperm swims randomly in water with the help of its long tail. So then the sperm come in contact with the egg. So this results in fertilization. So this type of fertilization, in which the fusion of male and female gamete takes place outside the body of the female, is called external fertilization. So it is common in some aquatic animals such as fish, starfish, and so on. Okay, so this is about the external fertilization. So external fertilization is nothing but a fertilization which the fusion of a male and female gamete which takes place in the outside the body of the female is called external fertilization, whereas internal fertilization means it is a fertilization which takes place inside the female body is called internal fertilization. And its examples, it includes humans, cows, dogs, and hens. And for external fertilization, it includes some aquatic animals such as fishes, starfish, and so on. Okay, so it is about, so these are the types of fertilization. So fertilization are of two types. One is internal fertilization, and then the another one is external fertilization. So external fertilization occurs in the rainy season, okay, or a spring season. So here children, have you heard about the test tube babies? So see, so some women, the oviducts are blocked. So the oviduct is the one of the part of the female reproductive organ. No? So for some women, this oviducts are blocked. So if the oviducts are blocked, these women are unable to bear babies because the sperm can't reach the egg for fertilization. Why? Because here the oviducts are blocked. So these women are unable to bear babies. So if because for the sperm can't reach the egg for the fertilization. So if the oviducts are blocked, fertilization cannot occur. So in such cases, doctors collect freshly released eggs and sperms and keep them together for a few hours for IVF. So IVF is and its abbreviation is in vitro fertilization. So it is nothing but it comes under the category of external fertilization. That is a fertilization which occurs on the outside the body, that is IVF. Okay, so the doctors collect the freshly released eggs and sperm and keep them together for a few hours for a IVF. So in case fertilization occur, the zygote is allowed to develop for about a week, and then it is placed in the mother's uterus. So see, so the fertilization occurs, the zygote is allowed to develop for about a week, and then it is placed in the mother's uterus. So and here the complete development take place in the mother's uterus, and the baby is born like any other babies. So the babies born through these techniques are called test tube babies. So it is about the test tube baby. So test tube baby is nothing but, so in some women the oviducts are blocked. So if the oviducts get blocked, these women are unable to bear babies, because if it is blocked, the sperms can't reach the egg for its fertilization. So in such cases, doctors collect the freshly released egg and sperm and they keep them together for a few hours for a in vitro fertilization. So in this if the fertilization occurs in this method, the zygote is allowed to develop for about a week, and then it is placed in a mother's uterus, and there the complete development takes place in the mother's uterus, and then the baby is born like any other baby. So this kind of that is a baby born through these techniques are called a test tube babies. Clear, children? So, okay. So, this is about your today's class. So, in today's class, we have discussed about the reproduction. So, first we started with reproduction. No. So, why a species need reproduction? Because for the continuation of the species only the animals need reproduction. So how the reproduction will occur? So there are two modes are there. One is sexual reproduction and then is asexual reproduction. So first we have discussed the sexual reproduction. So in the sexual reproduction is nothing but the fusion of male and female gamete is called a sexual reproduction. And then we have discussed about the male reproductive organ. So in male reproductive organ, so the male reproductive organ consists of a sperm duct, penis and testis. And then we have also discussed about the human sperm and then the female reproductive organ. So what are the parts of this female reproductive organ? So they are ovary, oviduct and uterus. And then we have discussed about the fertilization and then zygote and what are the types of the fertilization, that is internal fertilization and external fertilization. And then finally we have discussed about the test tube babies. Okay, so I hope you all understood the topic very well. Thank you.